Okay. Wow, it's actually working. It's actually working.
Good afternoon.
What's up, Miles? Hey, homie! Alright, I just gotta... Just a second.
Glad to see that everything seems to be working this time around.
Yeah. Alright. Alrighty. I'm just inviting a couple people quickly.
Assassin's Creed, let's go.
Yeah, what's up, homie? What's up, friend? So two of my friends are here. That's awesome. I'm gonna... Yeah, I see you're in, Alex. Welcome. Miles, Alex, everyone's here, which is nice. I'm glad everyone's here. Alright, I'm just gonna make sure that the stream doesn't break this time, because, ooh boy. Woo! Woo! You know, I'm gonna make sure to turn this into a mad game. A mad game of crazy. Woo! Ready for the open world? Woo! Oh yeah. Alright, time to play some more story. Where am I at in the story? A filler section, so it doesn't matter. How's everyone doing?
This week's video will probably be short. Not sure yet, as I need to look on my laptop for usable files.
I see. Yeah, I saw your video on the booktube, and especially Lorne. I can't wait for your video on the booktube needs to die / Lorne. Yeah, I hope all of you doing wonderful tonight. Yeah,
The
Nurse of Frenzy one yet? I have not seen it yet. I only noticed it yesterday. I also noticed, I also watched Ahab and Guntek's new video. And in that they actually, I was wondering if Ahab saw my name. And turns out he did, thankfully. So, yeah. That's good. I've never shown my friend Alex here a TDS video or one of yours, but
Yes. That was a difficult lesson for me. It seemed too close to home.
Oh, how nice to have a home to speak of.
yeah.
Man was burnt to the ground years ago.
Yeah, it's a difficult lesson for me too, honestly.
Be we Dana Saxon, we all want the same peace, with land to till and home to keep, without fear of Druid's violence, till they break the peace with another bleeding raid. Nonsense. Their owners are here now, same as us.
So what are you all up to? Well, I know what Alex is up to, but what are you up to, Miles?
What will you do about them? When I am king,
Yeah, some of my favorite people are here tonight.
when I am your king, I'll set things right.
You will be king when I'm a flying fool. You handled that well. Disputes between Saxon and Dane don't always end so cleanly.
That was a clean result.
A dispute ending without bloodshed is
Yikes.
I am Eivor of the Raven clan. Are you Oswald?
I am. You're not here to kill me, are you?
Mostly writing. Haven't been doing much reading because of it.
Yes. For as long as I can hold out.
So what happens here,
I see.
Clan led by Dane.
I haven't read in a couple days, actually. I've worried I might have fallen into another yearly reading slump. I hope not, because I was about to blast through every Asimov book I own.
Lately I've come to learn where the old hopes hang upon.
Isaac Asimov.
Friendly Danes.
A minor way to bear, isn't it?
Who else if not a kinship bearer?
Oh yeah, Alex, me and Miles here, we did a whatchamacallit, we did a thing on Isaac Asimov. Me and Miles here, we just we did a buddy read a while ago. Isaac Asimov's Foundation.
179 pages in. I was just too busy for it. Thinking of restarting Americaning it in one go. Interesting. That sounds fun. What is it?
Dane Valdez. She's a cousin of Half's.
Good. A well-matched marriage. So what's the whole?
Whatchamacallit, yeah, Foundation was like kind of like almost like a Star Wars kind of thing. Anyway, just 1 second, I have a call coming in. Hello? What am I doing? I'm just on a stream of a couple friends. Yeah, I got no reception. I got no reception. I got no reception. I'm here. I got no reception though, I'm in the basement. Okay. I can hear you. Well, and your internet settings are supposed to be connected to the internet. Yeah?
Slow down. Something is not quite right here.
Hold. There's smoke ahead.
That's beeping. Could be the same men who attacked at the walls of Norwich.
I see.
Could be the same men who attacked at the walls of Norwich.
I also have a number of books checked out from many libraries in my county, among which will be my first Stephen King revival.
Yeah? Well, yeah, at first. Yeah. Revival was a good book, Miles. My friend just asked me something. Yes.
That should be the last of
Alright.
these pig-faced cowards.
Bye.
Oswald will be relieved to know of this.
I hope I don't have to hear from him again tonight. Jesus Christ.
If I can get through this pile of library books soon, I plan to spend much of November and December reading from my own personal library.
Nice. I plan on reading to my other friend in chat. My other friend in chat here eventually one day. I might read to them a Barker book. But yeah, the Stephen King's Revival. That's one of the first books of his that I read. It was pretty good. I mean, some of the references and tie-ins you won't exactly get, because of course the universe and timeline, but it's not like it's a post-Dark Tower book, so it's not gonna like tie into Dark Tower as hard. Not what she said. But anyways, it's not gonna tie into Dark Tower as hard. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I am able to read 40 pages an hour. Hoping to increase it to 50 soon.
I can read 50 an hour depending on the print and size of the pages. Like a Richard Lehman book, I noticed that I can read like 50 pages in like 50 minutes. But like a book by like Clive Barker or someone, I have to take like 2 minutes to read a page, so then that's like 30 pages an hour.
My main reason for getting the Bible is that it is Ahab's favorite, and supposedly the most Lovecraftian.
Oh yeah, it's definitely the most Lovecraftian in the theme and stuff. And Revival is definitely like a modern Pet Cemetery, which is another good King book. And if you want a good example of King's horror, Revival actually is a pretty good example of King's horror. It's actually one of the few books that actually scared me, because it's a legitimately creepy book. And yeah, my friend here doesn't read too much. Although I believe she told me she used to read a lot at one point, but I believe she got busy with school or something. Oh, we're talking about Revival by Stephen King, which I read back in middle school. Must wait until nightfall.
It matters on how the book is formatted. Books with a lot of text on each page takes me longer than those with only a little. Yes, same.
Lords, ladies.
Yeah.
This is a day of peace and fraternity.
Like, that's probably the whole reason I haven't finished A Magica by Clive Barker yet. Not because the book is bad or anything. It's actually a book I really want to finish. The thing is, it takes me almost 3 minutes to read a page. And I think a reason I'm never ever gonna read Varney the Vampire.
It's just because I often misread a sentence and had to go back. Rolling on the floor laughing.
You're going to be rude, and must ask you to leave. This is my own.
Yeah, like, yeah, it can be like that sometimes. Like, I would read a Magica, but it's like takes me 3 minutes to read a page. And if it's taking me like an hour to read 15 pages, yeah, I gotta boost my reading skill before tackling this book. Same with my Necronomicon and my Eldritch Tales. I just can't read them all at once because it's just too much. Like, I can't blast through a page. Varney would take an eternity after seeing After seeing your copy of Varney the Vampire, I'm like, holy crap, 800 pages and the print is that small and there's so much on a page? Yeah, if I ever were to read that, I'd have to get a good paperback or something. Varney's like an old, like, Penny Dreadful serial novel. Kind of like Penny Dreadful was kind of like, it was like horror in the, it was like basically horror of the 1800s and stuff. One of the early like vampire books or something like that.
In which the first vampire was depicted in commercial fiction, at least a decade before Dracula.
Come on, come on. Woo!
Stop! All of you! That's enough fun tonight.
If that's all you've got, little wonder.
I still haven't read Dracula, and I'm staring at it on my shelf right now. I read 100 pages and I had to stop again, because I was reading in my reading slump time. In my reading slump days, I desperately had to pick up anything to try something to get a bloody book to read.
Doyle's mission plot whose print was microscopic. It was about 90 pages, and I gave it away to my local bookshop.
And if you can help me right.
Yeah, I really hate how back then, especially, they put such little print on the pages. I'm actually glad that today is more reader-friendly print. And even smaller books have reader-friendly print. And even when they don't have reader-friendly print, there's editions that come out with reader-friendly print.
It was a print-on-demand copy from Amazon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Miles, did I show you that the Lauren was back on war on Twitter yet again? Can't stand that guy. Like, I used to try and view his content, I used to try and be nice to him, but I can't do the Lauren, man.
And wait, my brother, for the coldest water you can find. Hey, good to see you.
Yeah, the Lauren, he's a guy.
Right to be, Valdez.
Well, Edward Lauren was all mad at that one guy for wanting to get a copy of Rage. Well, hey, out of all Stephen King books, the only one he can't buy is Rage. So if someone wants to buy a pirated copy...
He is the only one.
Yeah, he's just a guy, man. Like,
I will leave you to your day. You can find us.
there's another YouTuber I watch who's also kind of like that, except his content is pretty good. It's just the personality's kind of a D-bag. But not enough of a D-bag to push me away from watching the content, so at least he's not, like, Jarek the Gaming Dragon isn't too rambunctious.
Good morning. Upright, Nelly.
See, Al isn't very good either, but also with Al, at least he's not like, for the most part, he's not a rude guy. He usually is kind of a political guy. I'm trying to be nice.
I am now making it a point to clean myself of BookTube altogether. These forthcoming videos, whenever they come out, will demonstrate why.
I used to want to be a part of BookTube because I thought it would be cool to spread books and other stuff all together, but now BookTube discourages you from reading classics. They discourage you from reading any kind of fiction that isn't modern young adult fantasy and young adult drama that you've read probably a million times within school or outside of school, or you've seen your sister who doesn't exist read, or your non-existent soccer mom on the beach read, like generic, bland garbage, really. But sometimes you will find a good recommendation. Through BookTube, I actually discovered Asimov. That's how I discovered Asimov. So I will, and Barker. So I will thank them for introducing me to that. But I was only lucky to have found a good channel, and that good channel, as per usual, got deleted.
What just happened?
That's lighting us, Bob.
This one person, CD Docs, in Wales, spoiled a bit just in the thumbnail. Now I can never leave John Van Bell's The Sea.
Yeah, exactly. They spoil the books in the thumbnail, spoil the books without telling you they're going to spoil the books.
He's an ugly puss, so when he brags, he can back something about his looks.
I hail from the north, where the winds are season. But you're foul.
Like, yeah.
The good channels always go.
Yeah, the good channels always, unfortunately, go.
He's got the weight of a boy, so when he insults you, make him feel stupid.
When I'm done with you, Kerr, you'll be brave and fluff food. But your brain's soaked in me, and your
Head's made of wood.
Wood! Head's made of wood!
Under all that tough posturing is a sizzling boy, so dig deep. When he brags, take a jab at his manhood.
I've sailed squalls and
North winds do not even a breeze. Yeah, one of my favorite channels of all time is still Boogie2988, and he's gone down the wayside. Every channel I like has gone down the wayside.
This was one for the throne. It's too soft to tame.
Hit him back and make it personal. Attack his mother.
When you crawl from the wood, you are ugly, lame.
Grades are subject to deterioration.
Yeah. I don't think TDS will ever go down that road, but...
Before sword
And,
we destroy our enemies with well-timed words.
yeah, like... That's kind of the thing, like, I kind of know that at some point, say, like, people like Al and maybe even TDS might... I feel like TDS say it one day could end because a lot of small channels on YouTube just happen to end eventually, and it's always a shame. I don't want them to end ever.
Let's talk it out.
Too late. The challenge has been made.
But like, so yeah, with some of the, yeah, I don't know, like...
I should not be seen killing a Saxon in the streets of Elvenham.
There's a nice side down the river. You see it.
Like, I hope that,
Prepare the square, and we'll meet you there. I hope
yeah.
you're ready.
I hope that, whatchamacallit, I hope that, that TDS does eventually make it to the big 1,000. Cause they still haven't gotten there yet. So they will get there eventually. Yeah, it's still a shame. Yeah, it's still a shame that they got cut out from that YouTube partner program the minute that they changed the rule, the minute that the rules were changed on YouTube. That really screwed with them. I think Goontick thought about starting a business with like the whole t-shirts and stuff like that, but of course you only got to make like about 3 or 4 shirts, and we haven't seen any more in a while. Yeah, I'm sorry, Alex, if you don't know what we're talking about. We're talking about this channel we watch, who are also kind of they're also mutual friends of our channels. Ahab and Goontick from a channel, a very, very, very little channel called $10 Slimer.
Thanks for reminding me. Still need to purchase my anteater shirt from them.
Yeah, the anteater shirt.
Must we do this, Abel?
Strength and courage are always a boon, Oswald. You'll need both if you want the Danes to accept you as a king.
True strength comes from resolve, Abel. It speaks to us, a stern voice from within.
I have never heard of talking guts, but a swift axe would silence that inner voice in seconds. You must be prepared.
Wait, you're on.
I hope everyone's doing okay.
Just do your best. I'll be fine. We will forge your king out of here yet.
Oh, was that too long?
It was a good strike. Keep going. Don't hold back.
You expect the Danes to follow this court, Belly? I'm still breathing, aren't I?
Pretty well when all is said and done.
I'll do what I have to. You'll never be king in this reign. Is this the best Eastlandia has to offer? Yes. And I'll prove it.
Come on, fight.
Finish this, Eivor! Ainsley! Eivor is the victor.
Especially considering my riding, and the fact that my move to New Zealand will be taking place very soon.
I will not stay down.
If he moved to New Zealand, I mean Peter Jackson, I don't think he lives there anymore, but he could visit Peter Jackson's filming locations.
Everything you have. Even if you have to.
Because New Zealand, that's where he filmed Bad Taste and Meet the Feebles.
There are no rules. Not if you answer a challenge head on. That's where honor lies.
Good evening, Michael.
Not winning the fight.
Yeah, so we got Michael, we got Alex, we got Miles. Everybody's here.
The raiders will attack me have a camp on the coast. The sooner we remove them, the better.
If you want gifts, brothers, spoils from the raid, they'd be in your debt.
Time to wet your blade, Oswald.
Yeah, actually, the other day I showed my friend, the movie Bad Taste by Peter Jackson. Great movie.
Now all we need is the Goontick, and the fun will begin.
Yeah, all we need is Goontick. To be honest, I actually think I figured out Goontick's name on accident, because I think he left it on his Spotify. I'm not going to expose him, because that's not very cool. I'm not going to expose him, but he actually accidentally left his name on Spotify, and I think as soon as he noticed that I followed him on Spotify, he changed his name to Goontick on Spotify, so...
So I'm not the only old dude here. Still need to see Bad Taste. Saw Meet the Feebles recently. Bruce and Troy. Goontick's name has been mentioned by Ahab.
Yeah, Meet the Feebles is great, but I think Bad Taste is a masterpiece. Bad Taste is like a masterpiece of just gory goodness, you know. And Bad Taste, yeah. Also, Dead Alive as well. That's a masterpiece. I love Dead Alive. I also really like Peter Jackson's The Frighteners and Heavenly Creatures. Of course, the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit trilogies.
But it was definitely more than one.
And Lovely Bones was, it was okay. King Kong was amazing.
That hungry for now.
It's alright, Alex. If you're hungry, you're hungry. You know, that's gonna happen.
I suppose my affinity for anything puppets is my reasoning for liking it so.
Yeah, like, nowadays, like, Muppets Gone Bad, like Puppets Gone Bad, like those kind of movies, like a Muppets Gone Bad kind of movie, they're so common and they're so generic nowadays. And Meet the Feebles, but the Meet the Feebles at the time was so fresh, and it's also kind of a musical too. So it actually makes like a lot of, and also artistically, it's pretty interesting. And it's much more gruesome than some other like Happy Time Murders is basically like the same kind of thing, except Happy Time Murders is garbage.
Then I just had some good associations with Kermit and MRS Piggy Yikes.
Miles, I don't know if you've ever seen that Peter Jackson's Dead Alive or Heavenly Creatures. Those are really good too.
With no humans figure in the picture. Adds to the greatness of it.
Yeah, there's no humans in Meet the Feebles, so and it does feel pretty gruesome too. Like, it's not his most gruesome movie because Dead Alive and especially Bad Taste are really gruesome. Dead Alive is more gruesome, but it just feels kind of unconvincing. Bad Taste has just some gross scenes in it, like, not to spoil or ruin a scene, but let's say there's a guy who vomits himself. Let's say there's a guy who vomits himself to death, and then a whole bunch of people drink his vomit too. Because why? I don't know. I don't know what the whole reason for the vomit drinking was, but there must have been some reason to the vomit drinking. Of course, Miles, I assume that you've obviously seen King Kong and Lord of the Rings and Hobbit. Those are great movies, of course. I liked his World War II documentary, They Shall Not Grow Old, and The Beatles Get Back was pretty interesting. Although I'm kind of sad that Peter Jackson doesn't really make movies anymore. He just kind of makes things now, which as long as he enjoys what he's creating, then yeah, that's fine.
I have no idea how many times I've seen King Kong.
His version of King Kong is so faithful to King Kong, but such a nice recreation of it. I think it's one of the few times that a remake really worked. What is it, Mother? Alright. Alright. Alrighty. But yeah, King Kong is one.
Is that a movie we talk about? Can't ride out the B-word without it censoring me. Isn't the original are my favorite films of all time.
I think my favorite Peter Jackson movie, it actually has to be Bad Taste. It's such a Bad Taste, King Kong, and Lord of the Rings. That's my top 3. Because Bad Taste just has a really weird, wacky story to it as well. And Peter Jackson himself, he's the main hero of Bad Taste. He plays 2 characters. He plays a villain, and he plays a hero. Alright, I had to make sure I was in that water. Yikes. It's also on Tubi. I don't know if you have that in the States, but it's also on Tubi. I'm telling my friend Meet the Feebles. I'm really hyped for the new Hellraiser that's coming out over the weekend. In fact, Hellraiser is one of the few franchises that I've actually asked for a reboot for. Because, like, with the way the sequels went, it needs a reboot, honestly, because the sequels just really just took it nowhere. And also, with Hellraiser, the new reboot apparently is really good, and also the producer is also the main creator of the franchise, and he's really impressed with it. Now, I don't know, that might not mean anything, but Clive Barker hates the godforsaken Hellraiser sequels.
Have you any plans for future videos?
I've had so many plans, and then, you know, the breakup happened, the other things have happened, like there's just always something happening. So, like, I haven't been able to make a new video yet, because, yeah, just too much chaos been happening. And I want to do more than just streams and a quick review. I want to get my other content that I want to do out. Like, I really want to do the podcast thing, but I don't have a way to do said podcast. Because one, I want to Discord call someone, because I'll be honest, I get bored just me talking by myself. So I want to kind of like Discord call like a guest or something like that. But I don't even have any recording software or enough data to do an hour's worth of live streaming. Well, not necessarily a live stream. We don't need to do a live stream or whatever.
Sentiments exactly. The archive needs to be released in some capacity before I do anything new.
That'll do nicely.
Find something?
I'm not really a huge Marvel fan anymore, but the new Halloween special, Werewolf by Night, which comes out on Friday, is apparently really good.
The first of many, I suppose.
Andor has been pretty good so far, honestly. Like, it's a bit of a different show, but it's been pretty decent, slower-paced Star Wars.
Stick around for the next 20 minutes and then go out for a walk.
Yeah, I might... yeah. Yeah, after everyone leaves, I might go watch Rabbit. Because I haven't seen it in a while.
I'm excited for it.
It's a good start.
The Winchesters. Isn't that the spinoff to that show you like? One I haven't seen, the 15th season Supernatural, I think it is. I think that's what you're talking about. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry, Alex. I would watch Supernatural, but it's 15 seasons. 15. That's a lot. That's a lot of show. I hear it's a good show, but that's too much.
Well, yeah, it took me 2 months.
2 months? 2 months? It would take me years!
Non-stop watching, 2xdd.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to select a different book to read, because the book I'm reading, it's good, I can't concentrate on a hardcore sci-fi right now. I gotta go with maybe a fast-paced thriller horror book. I have a whole bunch of
At least
Richard
something good to
Lehman.
watch. Could be worse. Hyphen like me stuck with German FDA TV. Choked by Chuck Palahniuk. How to Read and Why by Harold Bloom. Invented by Stephen King. The Thorn Birds by Colleen McCullough.
Yeah, poor Michael with the German TV. Yeah, I'll check out Chuck eventually. I saw most of his books are really short. My only problem is his books are shockingly expensive. Like, I found Flight Club for $10, but that was at the time that I obviously couldn't get Fight Club yet. So, and I was like shocked at how pricey it was.
What more do you want?
In fact, I might be heading over the weekend to go buy some. I might be heading to go buy a Midnight's Lair and maybe Fight Club if I can afford it over the weekend. I just got $5, so I might go buy some books. I really hope Midnight's Lair is still there as a hardcover. It's $10, and that book is so rare. They don't print it. They don't print any Richard Lehman book anymore, so I gotta get them when I see them, or else I won't be able to get them again. Like, I got Edward Lee, Lucifer's Lottery. I cannot find the first 3 books in the series, and that's the 4th book in the series. I got it, and I'm keeping it because I know I want to read it eventually, but I can't read it till I get the other 3 books, and I want to read the other 3 books because I heard they're good. City Infernal, Gothic Angels, like that kind of stuff. Like, that's my kind of thing, you know?
Where did you find this one?
Just outside the Northwich walls, by the water's edge.
They'll be looking for points of entry. Just need to hurry to find us through.
In about 10 or 20 minutes, I'm probably going to head upstairs just for a minute to go get a drink of Coca-Cola.
Stay in and out of sight. If I find anyone suspicious,
Phone call.
It's all good.
Ruined scouts will be camping their boats outside the city walls.
I have a bunch of owl scoopers stuck in my head. Rides form on the edge of time. Run for everything. I'm in the middle, stuck in the way. I'm a boy and I'm a man, 'cause I'm 18, you know I like it, and I'm 18, and I like it, 18, 18, I like it, 18, 18.
Arthur Conan Doyle's 2 mummy stories, Lot 249, and The Ring of Thoth, in preparation for Anne Rice's The Mummy.
I've never read Anne Rice's The Mummy, unfortunately, but I have, but the topic of mummies is always interesting to me. Oh, actually, Miles, not today, but tomorrow, the new Mario movie gets its trailer. I'm actually, no, not tomorrow either. Thursday, the new Mario movie gets its trailer, starring Chris Pratt as Mario. Which that could go either way.
Back when all I read was Conan Doyle, but since she mentioned them in her dedication, I figured I may as well reread. There's going to be a new Mario movie?
Yeah, Super Mario. Well, they don't even know what the title is, but the Mario movie will be starring Chris Pratt as well as.
I'm sure it will be rubbish. Mario. As in Super Mario.
Yeah, Chris Pratt as Mario, Charlie Day as Luigi, Bowser played by Jack Black, Keegan-Michael Key as Toad, Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach, Kamex played by...
I still think my idea for it is much better.
The poster was just released today. The poster looks like a modern Mario game. Like it looks pretty good.
Understand, but the rest? Jack Black as Bowser.
Jack Black as Bowser is something. Jack Black as Bowser is something that shouldn't really happen, but it is going to happen. I mean, it's happening. It comes out April. I'm heading to see it. That's the thing. I'm heading to see it.
I cannot judge until I hear what these people sound like.
Even if they sound bad, I'm still kind of interested. Like, I'm gonna wait till I see some reviews. Probably, I'm gonna see it because you know, it's not every day that Mario gets a movie. I mean, it took them years to make a CGI Sonic movie, and the Mario movie's at least animated, so it's not gonna be like. Although I really enjoy the 1993 Mario, it is a very not so Mario movie.
You're awfully well armed for a pig farmer. Stay down, Mark.
Yeah.
I have friends who would like to speak with you.
Yeah, it's in the Nintendo subdivision of Universal, because Nintendo is also allegedly working on the Legend of Zelda TV show.
You are as vain as I am. Save your breath, liar.
Now, apparently, Chris Pratt will not be doing the Italian accent. Not saying this will be a good idea, but I think it would be kind of interesting if, what's his name, Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario, comes in, but he plays Jumpman as a cameo, because, as you may know, before Mario was called Mario, he was just called Jumpman. And Jumpman wore different colored clothes. I mean, I'm not even sure where the whole lore about Mario becoming being an Italian plumber came from. I think it was literally because of the cartoon. I'm not sure why Duolingo only has one head. Yeah. But yeah, Chris Pratt will not be doing the... Well, originally, Super Mario Bros. Was supposed to be a Popeye game, originally. I'm talking about the NES game, because Mario, of course, was first named Mario in Mario Bros. He was named after a lawyer. Because this lawyer, he was one of Nintendo's best lawyers, so they named him after Mario. And actually, same thing happened with Kirby. Nintendo's being sued because of the Donkey Kong name. So, and their lawyer was named Kirby, so they named their Kirby character, well, Kirby. Because Kirby saved them from the Universal lawsuit, because Universal claimed they owned King Kong, but it turned out at the time it was public domain. Which King Kong is public domain.
Spider-Man, No Way Home affected me far too deeply.
They need to attract knowledge by its weakest wall. You English Danes are soft as butter.
To be honest, I didn't really care much for No Way Home. I just thought it was just an average, basic movie that everyone is blowing, like every single Marvel movie.
Time to die.
Like, yeah.
He insulted you before everyone gathered here. Do not ever let that go unanswered.
I will not have blood spilt needlessly in my kingdom. This has to end.
Alive, this man was a risk.
Valdis, this man spoke as if he knew you.
Alright, so what was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, we're talking about Mario.
I'm sure the frame was average, but the situation at the time made me think it reflective of my whole life up to that point.
Been apart for 5 summers. I never expected to see him here. And I never
that makes sense.
This prosperity depends on our safety and unity. With Druid's clan stomping around neither is possible.
we were talking about Mario. Alright, so Mario, have you guys ever seen the 1993 Mario movie? With Bob Hoskins, John Leguizamo, Dennis Hopper as Bowser, and, well, King Koopa at the time. Daisy was played by someone else. Toad. It's such a weird movie, but I like it. It's because it's kind of like a weird cyberpunkian thriller, kind of Ghostbusters-esque. Like, it's a very odd movie. Yeah, it's not really a Mario movie. It's more like a Jurassic Park Ghostbusters movie, but with Blade Runner. But yeah.
I actually like the 1993 Mario movie when I saw it.
Yeah, I really like the 90s Mario movie. Everyone I know hates that movie. They're like, oh, this must be the worst movie. But I think everyone says that because they can't watch it anymore. They don't stream it. It's not on Blu-ray or 4K. Like, no one can see it because Nintendo, it was a financial success, but a huge critical failure, which is why they never made a sequel to that cliffhanger at the end of the movie. Yeah, it is. Well, there's a VA. Well, there's a DVD, but the DVD's now out of print. It was a good DVD release too, but it's out of print. I still need to get it though. I hear there's a good limited edition. Yeah, R.I.P. Dennis Hopper as well. Both are gone. Let's make sure John Leguizamo lives though. He's still alive, I think. To be honest, I didn't even know Bob Hoskins was dead. I know Dennis Hopper is. Yeah, Bob Hoskins was in the absolutely terrible Christmas Carol 2009 movie by Robert Zemeckis. I normally like most Robert Zemeckis movies, but Christmas Carol ain't one of them. I mean, Robert Zemeckis, he has a lot of great movies and a lot of bad movies. Although he is always going to be remembered as a, well, if he ever dies, he's still alive, but he's always going to be remembered as a master director because he's almost like, he's up there with like Spielberg and Lucas as a guy that made everyone's childhood. Like, I think everyone's seen a Robert Zemeckis movie. Maybe not when they're a child, but maybe in their teen years, or maybe in their young adult years, or maybe when they were a child.
How long do you intend to stream for? My walk will take about an hour, and I'm thinking of coming back in.
Yeah, I'll probably stream for a while. I was thinking of watching Rabbit tonight, but I realized I'll probably just want to watch it tomorrow, just to take a brain break for tomorrow, because tomorrow after tomorrow I got a test. Talk like Bean is old. Damn. Yeah, I watch all of Robert Zemeckis' movies. I wasn't a huge fan of The Witches. It was okay. Not bad, just not amazing. Well, I think everyone's seen Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3. That's like the Zemeckis movie everyone's seen. Either that or Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Beowulf was a cool movie. I really liked, I'm trying to think of other movies he directed off the top, because he directed a lot of movies. Polar Express was okay. Flight was really good.
Abel, Raiders. Dunwich.
It is time to light the brazier. I'll light it. You do the talking.
Bruce Valdez and I will scout the dock. Make sure there are no surprises.
Oswald and I will...
Yeah, I knew he directed something with Tom Hanks, so that was really huge.
The front gate is heavily guarded. You will not be walking in. I'll find
Also, of all of Series 4 of only the last disc is worth watching. He's treated the best in those last few episodes. High five.
I'm not a huge Addams Family fan, but I wonder how Tim Burton's Wednesday is gonna be. I feel like Addams Family is something that just mixes with Tim Burton, because obviously, well, Tim Burton. And Tim Burton's, he's an okay guy, but I Wednesday looks interesting. And a lot of people are complaining about how Gomez looks for the new show, but the way Gomez looks is actually how he looks in the comics. So complaining about how he looks for the show is actually kind of complaining about how he looks in the comics. And somewhat for how he's supposed to look in the original show. Because everyone nowadays is growing up with that 90s trilogy. And or the first two of that trilogy, but so that's their Addams Family in their head. But the original like comics and stuff, like those were much different.
Yeah, but in the last episodes it was obvious they ran out of ideas, like what they did to Lynn, the environmental thingy, even then hyphen though. Going on my walk. Hope to see you in an hour if you continue streaming.
Yeah, I'll be here. I will go get a drink after this mission, though, because my throat is being dry. I need a good Coca-Cola.
Have fun walking, Miles.
Yeah, have a good walk, Miles. Hey, is Alex still here?
Some of them were obviously bereft of creativity, but at least they were drained of them.
Brutal. Oh, damn, yeah, that's brutal. Watch this. Smash! Woo! Not as brutal as the last one. Ouch. I think that's a little overkill. I watched the new Monsters the other night. It was actually not too bad. It actually has the humor of the old show and a lot of the style of the old show. The thing is it kind of, it goes very overboard with it, and it is obviously a very awkward comedy. The visuals are cool. The costumes are absolutely amazing. There's a lot of care and creativity put into it. And it wasn't some SJW holiday Trek movie. Like, it stayed pretty faithful to the monsters. I think the problem with it is the story, and he's just not too super intriguing, because the story is how Herman and Lily Munster met, and obviously the Munsters is known for its family dynamic, and, well, it's about how they create the family. It is really cool how they bring back some of the Munsters that didn't even come back in the movies or the other specials or anything. So, like, it wasn't a completely soulless movie. I think and Rob Zombie's heart was there. I just think the only problem.
Who called for me? Was it you?
I think it's just a nice bridge to get the monsters some notoriety. And I think that's what Rob Zombie's mainly trying to do. The guy that plays IMHO means in my honest opinion, but the guy who plays Herman does a really good job, and he sounds just like Herman and acts pretty much just like how Herman acts. And the movie is kind of slow until Herman shows up, and once Herman shows up, then it gets pretty good.
I've taken 10 times that already.
And yeah, it could have been in black and white, but the color is just so cool. Like, it's just all practical effects and stuff. It's it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. It definitely feels like a nostalgia-fueled movie. And yeah, while it is very niche, I guess it's just a good, like, it's not special crazy cinema or anything like that. It's just a good little movie you can watch just for fun or something like that. And again, it's not god awful or nothing. It's an okay movie, and the ending's pretty cool. And again, I think the guy that plays Herman Munster does a really good job. I don't know, I forgot his name. Of course, Rob Zombie's wife plays Lily. But hey, if you want to introduce a kid to Rob Zombie movies, that's the only one you can really show to a kid, because the other ones are pretty graphic and brutal, and they're rated R, of course, and they're very brutal. And the Monsters is like it's actually, I don't know how kids would think of the Monsters. I think it's a movie clearly made for adults. By that I mean like adults who grew up maybe in the 70s or 80s or whatever. And I think it kind of just acts like a bridge, so you can show your kids the Monsters and they can try and get into it. Because honestly, I just think kids don't get to see enough classic TV nowadays. So introducing them to something like Monsters gains some interest, and yeah. No, you didn't spell it wrong.
YouTube didn't send me a message before the grinning squinting face.
Yeah, if YouTube considers something slightly offensive, they'll censor it. If you talk about Satan, you're not allowed to talk about Satan because that offends all the Christian people. Trust me. I was at school today and teachers got offended because we were talking about like some Satan thing or whatever. Like, I swear to God, those teachers are like, all religions and all beliefs are all acceptable, and then as soon as you make up something like Satan or whatever, or like as soon as you bring up something that's not Christianity or the indigenous religions, then then they flip out at you. Like if you bring in Satan or you bring in Norse, I know some people believe in Norse and the teachers will just like dismiss them. I'm like, they're not pushing their whole Norse on you. Meanwhile, you Christian people keep pushing all your goddamn beliefs.
Next time, to Pastafarian religion by the Holy Spaghetti Mustard.
Yeah. Luckily, most of the kids had a good brain though, and they participated and it was good fun. Although one person was like one person who was clearly like some Christian or whatever was looking at us like we're terrorists offending them or whatever. Us talking about Satan or doing a little mini game with Satan is like for a little play thing is offending you. My main person who was doing it actually is Satanist, like they're a believer. So you're being offended by someone else's ideas, but you say we're the ones that are trying to mock you when we're just when you know.
School isn't kindergarten anymore. Life isn't fair and realizing not an offense.
Yeah, luckily the teacher couldn't suspend anyone for that, thank God, because I feel like if the teacher was really crazy and the school is really crazy, they'd probably suspend over that. They're a bunch of hypocrites. And people like that should understand that we're not just because you don't believe in just because you're a Christian or whatever doesn't mean everyone else is mocking you. Just because you're an atheist doesn't mean everyone else is mocking you. Because I see a lot of crazy atheists online as well. Like, I don't know, it's just kind of stupid, really. Like, there is no right religion, there is no wrong religion. Like, I don't really get why. Well, no, I get it. It's just people wanting to cry. But yeah, I just thought that was silly. I kind of want to bring my friend on here to discuss that garbage. Cause yeah, seeing that and reading that, it sucked. Like, that's stupid. That's really stupid. It's very petty too. Hey William, just a second. This offends you. You have to reset your priorities somehow. People go berserk with that offense thing. It's actually funny me.
People go berserk with the defense thing. Hi William.
Alright, I'm gonna go grab my Coca-Cola quickly. I'll be just right back. Alex, William, Michael, and well, Miles won't be back for an hour. I'm gonna go grab my Coca-Cola. I'll be right back. Alright? I'll be right back. Alright? You're welcome to the stream. If anyone joins while I'm getting my drink, just tell them where I'm at. Alright, I'm back. I got my drink. I'm just gonna drink it for just a minute. Ah, Coca-Cola. Nice. Almost the first whole month with the new king of England. It's so strange having
This
a.
stream is brought to you by Pepsi Cola.
I don't even drink Pepsi. I have not. Damn it! I mean, I drink Pepsi, but I don't drink a lot of Pepsi. Pepsi's good. See, I like the harshness of Coca-Cola. I get why people prefer Pepsi. People say Pepsi and Coca-Cola have the exact same taste. Not really. Coca-Cola is more harsh and harder, more real sugars, while Pepsi uses more artificial and lighter sugars and stuff. And Coca-Cola, they put a lot of artificial extra flavors in it to sweeten the taste. So it actually tastes much more harder.
Since they changed the producing companies here, you can't drink Coca-Cola here anymore. Taste is just not right.
Yeah. I'm trying to get off of drinking a lot of Coke or whatever. But having a Coca-Cola once in a while.
I came across another ad on Duolingo.
Oh, nice you got another ad. Cool. But having a Coke every once in a while is not too bad. Yeah, Coca-Cola is always tasty.
Even Red Bull Cola is better than the original now. Sadly, it's just available in these Red Bull cans, and not bottles.
If I'm being honest, I prefer cans. I don't know what it is, but I just don't like the plasticky taste of bottles. I don't know, that's just me though. I'm having a can of Coca-Cola right now.
You should bring me a Coke tomorrow.
Hey, can you message me that on Discord? I'll definitely bring you a Coke tomorrow.
Yeah, bring him Coke tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll bring you Coke, Alex. I'll bring her Coke. Yeah, she's a good friend of mine. She's really nice. Mike and Alex here doesn't know Michael. Michael's a cool guy as well. And William, who joined, he's actually my neighbor. Yeah, we do have to play on stream one day. Well, he's my neighbor at my father's house. Yeah, where's my father's house? I'm not gonna say where my father's house is. I'm not leaving that.
A word that was never used to describe me.
I mean, you're a pretty chill fellow. You're not a D-bag or nothing. You're just a chill guy. Talk to. Huh.
Well, now I know where your father's house is /J.
Well, I know where you know where his house is, Alex, because I had you there before. and same with William. yeah, William, we do gotta play Smash Bros together on one day on stream. The problem is just Nintendo Switch definitely the Nintendo Switch. The problem is there's no way to stream on a Switch. See, I'm streaming on a PS5 right now.
True grinning, squinting face.
Yeah, actually, maybe next time I'm over, I could introduce you to Mr. William, who's down the street from me. Alex. I like to call my buddy Alex here. I like to call her Seven Hat. That boy Blaster Bolster. That boy Bolster Blaster Blaster. Because if you combine all of her usernames together, that's what comes out.
Oh goodness, huh?
How are you guys enjoying the stream so far? I know I'm not playing the game exactly right now.
Okay, what did you mix your Coke with? Vodka or some really hard stuff?
I don't mix my Coke with anything. I do know a guy that mixes it with cocaine. I once knew a guy that mixed it with that kind of stuff. Yeah, wasn't it rumored that in the late 1800s they actually did mix cocaine into Coca-Cola or something? Because the whole point of Coca-Cola was that everyone was so addicted to cocaine and stuff, it was supposed to stop them from going to do cocaine. But it turned out to actually be cocaine. Like, it's like, hey guys, it's like the people that smoke and then go to get like a different kind of smoke or whatever, but you're still putting crap in your lungs.
Coca-Cola came from the coca plant. Actually, coca leaves are like a candy in mid/South America.
Yeah, cocoa leaves are yeah, cocoa leaves are they're pretty neat. Now, Michael, from what you remember, Coke or Pepsi? Me, I choose Coke. I'm not. Me, I choose Coke. I still really like.
Never a thing here.
I still really like Pepsi, but you know, Coke is just better. Mountain Dew is a really good Pepsi product, but it still feels very light. That's kind of why I like Coke products better. Like Sprite, Sprite I like better than 7-Up. It's just much more harsh, you know. Pretty much most of the Coke products I just enjoy much better.
Mountain Dew isn't available here.
Damn. Yeah, Mountain Dew, there's a lot of flavors here in Canada. But like over in God knows where. Over in the States, there's like 50 goddamn flavors of Mountain Dew. Well, there's a lot of flavors of Coca-Cola in the States as well, and A&W root beer has like the cream soda root beer, which is delicious. I used to have a guy ship me the stuff. He used to ship me up a case of Coke strawberry. Mountain Dew strawberry. That was very good. I really liked A&W cream soda root beer. That was very good. Coke. There was Coke chocolate, which is kind of like a weird chocolatey thing, but it wasn't bad. It was actually pretty decent. I like Coke vanilla. I always like Coke vanilla. Coke vanilla is up here, but it's not as common up here.
Q, what does sh.it me up mean? Explain for an old guy, please.
Oh, I actually don't know what that means. I'll be honest, I don't know what that means. I'm almost done drinking my Coke, and then once I'm done drinking my Coke, then I'll continue this game. Because I need to get this game finished. Look how much game I have left to play. No, I don't mean it like that. I mean shipped. I don't mean shite. I mean shipped.
Oh shit.
There's ship. I'll type it in chat. Shipped.
Honestly.
Shipped, almost like a pirate ship, you know, shipped.
Shit.
What? Relationship. Almost. Relationship. Diary of a ship. Al's favorite ship. Sorry, I had to bring up Al again. Alright, finish my Coke. Finish my Coke, yeah. You realize that's my account. Real Zelda Master is me. That's my main account. That's what I'm on right now to just check the stream to make sure the settings are going okay. Yeah, Real Zelda Master is my private account. Although it's the account I use to comment on most videos. See, the reason that Real Zelda Master is not my main account is because Spinal Shockers ended up getting a lot of subs, and honestly, Real Zelda Master is just better to have as a private account. And plus, say if someone hacked the channel or something, at least they can't really hack into my account because it's completely set. My private account because it's completely separate. Everything else connects to my private account with high verification, all this kind of stuff.
I have 4 versions of more Minecraft running on my laptop or in face with tears of joy.
Before they hit back.
4 versions of more Minecraft run on my laptop right now.
On the sea.
I haven't played Minecraft in a while.
Guarded by a gate of hept iron, held in place by timber spikes, difficult to force open.
Timber burns.
Yeah, I recently got addicted to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I played it for 20 hours.
They would see us coming, long before we reached the walls.
What's funny is it's not really a fun game to play. It's just mostly like the gameplay is pretty okay, but like I like to just go in exploration mode and just explore famous areas and stuff like that to get to see, get to basically on my own travel through towns and cities and monuments and stuff like that. Since they put everywheres in the game, pretty much. Oh my god.
Would you join us to rid your kingdom of the dogs?
For Oswald? Alright. And if two assassins not get severe, but you may be right. We may have a chance.
I can write to Elman and muster what remains of Oswald's men there. But who else would join us?
The Reeve of Faithful, Winston. He's a bit romantical, but he would fight to the death this now.
We can assemble a forward camp at the woman's north.
Simulator on PC was cool when free flights were normal. Loved FS 2004 though, taking an SR-71 on an intercontinental flight over that.
Yeah.
Maybe so. But
Yeah, I enjoyed Flight Simulator 2020. It's weird seeing my own house in a video game that I'm playing in my own house, but that's something. It's weird flying over with an F-18 from Top Gun. Was it an F-18 or was it an F-14? The famous plane. And then I took the Halo Reaper across the land.
Fight for a kingdom you gave them. Top Gun, 14 francs Tomcat.
Yes, F-14, yeah.
Oswald wasn't drowned yet, nor was married. I say you have some work to do.
Because I'm obviously not like the hugest person of every game that's a flight sim or racing games, but Microsoft makes a lot of fun games that with all this realistic driving and realistic flying, and that are just fun to explore. They're not fun as in like fun, they're just cool to just explore, like just chill and explore. The accessibility features of Flight Simulator 2020 though are insane. I wish I could experience the VR mode, but that'd probably be very, very disorienting. Well, there's a lot of accessibility options. I don't think it needs to have every accessibility options. I do like the idea of how you can speed up the plane without ruining the time. So if you just want to explore. Although if you want to get a realistic data of how long it would take to fly in the game, well, yeah, you can just leave the plane there sitting for 18 hours and then come back and it still probably has a couple hours of flight left.
For Oswald, your kinsman.
Pretty words, right? The men of Valhalla have their own battles to wait.
If you need an axe, I'm standing right here.
There's a village to the east, Kingsbury. It was taken by these men a fortnight ago. I'll not rest.
I'm not sure who left. It said someone just left.
Save your strength. Join us for the fight to come.
I feel like it's William that just left. Well, either William or Alex. I know Michael probably didn't leave.
Take this mission forward, camping. Follow me, camping.
I will see you there.
Kingsbury's church is a great forum to talk to Steve.
Yeah, we just need to get Goontech. I've never had Ahab on the show. He's the only guy I've never had on the show.
Blaster isn't here anymore. Too quiet for too long.
Yeah, Alex might not be here. And again, they're eating. They were eating for a bit as well, and I believe they do take. And also, they're full on with the Duolingo. And maybe William was running 4 versions of Minecraft, so he might have gotten stuck out. You know, if you run 4 versions of Minecraft and run a whole bunch of games and files and stuff like that, yeah, that could break your computer. Not break your computer, you know what I mean. Like, that could slow it down.
Duolingo is cool. I just wish they'd make another language one can start from German. My English is kind of decent but really not suitable for you.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing with a lot of these apps, these language learner apps, is that they do assume that you're English already instead of having one where you can start wherever. Really, damn, that is brutal. It's nice to finally be at power level 100, and I need to get to 400. I like doing streams with the games because, I don't know, I just find it's just hard to do them, when it's just me. So when it's just me, then if you don't get a response for a while, then you're just kind of just sitting there. You're just kind of sitting there staring at the phone, so, like, it's not just more entertaining for me, but also...
Languages a try, but they're only available for English too.
Bam. Oh, that gotta hurt. Oh. This game, it's kind of a mixed bag, unfortunately. It's not bad, it's just kind of a mixed bag. Well, I am a huge fan of this franchise, but this one is just kind of a mixed bag. Like, it just goes on way too long and just way too much to do. Just got that usual Ubisoftness to it. Although it makes for an easy game to stream because it's just so repetitive.
The raid has come to join me. Let's hope this promise holds. I held to my oath, Reeve. I hope you will honor yours.
My promise holds high. They of Lord will join you in the fight against Druid's clan.
With your aid, we may yet save East Anglia.
In past times, that term was used to muster siege all across our land.
I was playing a game on my phone.
Oh, cool.
Whatever willing men you find, rally them soon at the ruins.
Yeah, I could tell Alex is most likely still here. Yeah, I think William, his computer probably crashed.
iPhone-Blueprint started the Android update 4 hours ago. Have to check if it went through. Pixel 6 sucks.
Yeah, I heard Pixel 6 ain't perfect. I guess Apple's been trying to lawsuit the government over in the UK because they just recently banned it, so that you have to have USB-C chargers. Every phone and tablet will have to use, and laptop will have to use USB-C chargers. Phones and tablets by 2024, and computers by 2026. There will be no exceptions to the rule.
Only took 30% better after a 36 millibar update. Damn, that's not my last Android I buy. Next time I buy Apple. Seriously.
Yeah, I have an Android. I have a Samsung S20 FE 5G. That's pretty good. I haven't had a single issue with it.
iPhones are nice, but we all know deep down Android is better.
iPhones are better at certain things, but like I find iPhones are just. I almost swore. My apologies. My apologies, Alex.
Stupid. Cracking around us too much children. They both have their own strengths.
I've seen such violence before.
I'd have seen such violence before. Just checking if I can face this witch, because I never bother to.
I don't mind swearing as long as you don't do it every other minute. Groaning sprinting case.
Not for yours. Unless you tempt me.
Liar, you will join them, all the unkind dead. Now I'm open the scars of my heart.
Say that you troll.
Said the using troll.
Watch as I become smoke, and listen as I break your bones.
As expected, I can't exactly face her yet.
But with safety, fire services, and many banks and insurances hijacking the train, we can't lose.
I'm guessing you'd also love a Google Stadia.
Now my blood screams I shall quiet. A greater darkness fuels my rage. Spirit of my father's rage, fill me!
The text-to-speech is automatically on. Yikes, I can't see my health bar. I can't see my health bar because the message is in the way. Yeah, I have the text-to-speech in case in case there's a chance that I miss something important. Michael, what are you doing? Michael, you're evil. Slash joking. Okay. I know, right? Woo! Woo! That's the one boss I can fight at this point in the game, because the other bosses, the other bosses of this region are way higher level, like a wedge sets.
Siri is a cheating biatch and Alexa has STDs.
Alexa does have STDs.
I'm Swiss. I talk gibberish since birth. Winking face.
Alexa has STDs. Siri has AIDS and Alexa has STDs. Oh my god. Oh my god, you're killing me, Michael. You're killing me. Michael. Michael Corleone.
That horn came from Ellenham. Valdez must have got to them.
At least I defeated one witch. But yeah, Siri is a biatch and Alexa has STDs. I can't get over that. Alexa has STDs.
Yeah, sometimes I'm a real asshole. Like Monday, sent an email to CB, the firefighter and police command about the announced brownouts aid.
Oh, damn.
Men are pouring in from across East Anglia, and our ships stand ready.
They had Ward's Reeve is with us. His men will be here soon.
More than his. The Kingsbury War has inspired men all across this kingdom. We will have the army we need. It seems also God wanted in the end.
They are fancy right now. No kidding. Community mayor called noise. They want to hear my friends hype and they have no idea.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I am.
Outside it is Border Castle, said to be impenetrable.
Good.
That's what she said.
Let them have their false confidence.
By cover of night, Baldus will lead the field at the front gates. With Ruiz men distracted, our forces move on the sea gate from the backwaters at their backs.
And once we're in, we'll leave no gate closed to the castle. Ruiz men cannot be allowed to dig in further. Your longship is she ready?
She awaits her own special glory. They need your word, Sable.
Also was a man who did not hesitate when he sought him for favors. A man who was fair and strong. A man who gave his life for his kingdom. Honor him today. Honor his memory and fight with the same extra courage he showed. Now is the time. Today we rid East Anglia of Ruiz clan once and for all.
What other garbage is coming out next year? Oh yeah, I'm glad that there's no more Lightyear movies coming out. Lightyear 1 was so bad. I mean, why did they even make a Lightyear movie after Toy Story ended? It'd be kind of funny if they made a Toy Story horror movie.
Remember the dream I spoke of?
Because, you know, a horror movie, like, just kids movies are just funny. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tonight I ride the flaming sea steed, rushing from the spear deep. I watch your light in war's wake, another glory I will keep.
Brewers ship things will see us coming.
We have been spotted. For the chorus!
Oh, nice! It beat the summer around here! Yeah!
Ouch.
Haven't been paying too much attention. What's going on?
Well, we're currently raiding a castle. We're currently raiding a castle to get rid of the last lords that are terrorizing East Anglia in Norway. Because this game takes place during the Viking periods of Norway and in England. So we are currently raiding a castle. I love raids in this game. They're repetitive as heck, but they're still, something about it is just cool. But I've always been more interested in Viking mythology than I am in Greek mythology. So, of course this piques my interest a bit more. Take this and then ram. And then take this back far enough and boom. Alright.
Mythology is lots of fun if you don't overanalyze it. Actually, then again, the old Celtic myths from European...
No, like Greek mythology is pretty interesting. Greek mythology is pretty interesting, especially like what the thing is like Viking mythology. I just find like obviously the whole north and all that kind of stuff more interesting. Kind of. That's just me. I do find Greek mythology pretty interesting, but I just find like Norway and Norwegian and obviously the battles with axes and bows and pillage and plunder. I just find that just kind of neat. It's just kind of, plus because it's like the true it's not the last of the.
mythology, but I can
Just remember that Loki once turned into a female horse, had sex with a guy, and got pregnant. That's all you need to remember. I'm just kidding, but that did happen.
Of the Vikings, people are very interested in their myths.
Yeah, well, see, Vikings. I've never really considered Vikings a lot of like heroes, really. Like there's obviously there's the Viking honor. Like you probably heard the tale of Hamlet, which inspired Hamlet, and they recently did the movie The Northman based on the tale of Hamlet. But that inspired a lot of movies. It's all based around honor, stuff like that. And Vikings were pretty brutal. Let's just say that. But they're the berserk people, really. Obviously wore a lot of them. From my research, they wore less armor than other people. They ran in, they fought with their axes, and they ran out. They big people who could battle.
That's where the name comes from. Lincoln, please.
Yep. Also, Vikings are pretty metal, too. As someone who's a big fan of bands like Amon Amarth and stuff like that, they're pretty metal. Like, it's the most metal topic ever. It's probably the original metal topic, really. Vikings and Lord of the Rings. I mean, obviously, Lord of the Rings is not Vikings. Lord of the Rings is almost like its own mythology, really. Because a lot of mythologies are based on stories and stuff. And Lord of the Rings is based on old Middle European folklore. Because hobbits, there's been proven the existence that there actually may have been hobbits. They found remains of people with a very different skull shape. Tolkien wrote The Hobbit after his during World War I for his children, so they'd have a bedtime story for if he didn't come home. Then, after the success of The Hobbit, he was told to write a sequel, so he came up with a more mature sequel, and originally it's supposed to be The Silmarillion, which was published later, but the publisher thought The Silmarillion was too dark. So he came up with a much more lighter, but still a very thoughtful piece. So he could have a masterpiece to his name. So he'd have a book for his children, but also a masterpiece to his name, and then Lord of the Rings is made. And Lord of the Rings is made by his inspirations. Hobbit was just made as a little tale for his children if he didn't come home. Because he was in the Battle of the Marne. And the Battle of the Marne in World War I was a very, very... That's considered one of the worst battles ever. Because that is a brutal battle to read about. And honestly, he's lucky he came home, though. Ooh, that was brutal. Juicy. But at least he came home, he finished The Hobbit, he wrote The Lord of the Rings. And plus, World War I was basically where they first started using all those modern weapons. Oh yeah, my friend here, she's really into TMNT. If you like some turtles, talk with some turtles about it with her.
won't he succeed? What can I say? I have a thing for skeletons and turtles.
Thank you.
Skeletons and turtles.
What have I missed?
What have you missed?
You throw in.
You missed my buddy William showing up for a little bit. He's not here anymore.
Killed him. Lies.
Oh yeah, Michael almost killed me. I had a drink of Coca-Cola when you were gone.
I won't have my reign begin with more blood spilled than is needed.
Another screeching skull. This man must die for the damage he has wrought.
Goodness me.
These are Oswald's lands, to rule as king as he sees fit.
Does Eivor bow to kings?
To defy a king would shame him. East Anglia cannot heal without his honor intact.
And what of your Eivor? How much are you willing to lose?
The rightful king of East Anglia has spared your life today, and so it will be.
So how is everyone doing now? I'm sorry if I keep asking that. In about an hour, I'll have to get off the stream because I'm not allowed to stream after 10 because obviously school. But yeah, I finished another story arc. That was the shortest story arc ever. Which I think that is the end of the story arc of that specific. Oh, it's not the end, but the main part is over.
All this is
Very well. Just had a lovely and refreshing walk.
Nice.
Well fought, both of you.
I was just reading online that one of my favorite game developers is not making not one, not two, not three, or even four, but 5 big AAA games. And it took them a while to make their last game, but they got a huge new team, and now they're working on 3 games in their Witcher franchise, which is a huge franchise. Another game in their Cyberpunk series, which is gonna be pretty fun, and a new IP, which I'm hoping will be good.
we have much to prepare.
And my father has been watching the new Game of Thrones prequel, House of the Dragon. Apparently it's really good, but I haven't seen it.
No clue, but it's almost 2 a.m. here. Guess I'm calling it a day.
You, Finir, are you jealous of
See you then, Miles. I'm sorry, Michael. Michael and Miles. Like, there's 2 My in here. Alright, but yeah, have a good night, Mike. Go get yourself a good rest.
See you around, Michael. Later, folks.
I should pretend that Oswald's wedding will soon begin.
And it's still not over. Holy Lord. I thought the story arc would have been done by now, but it's still not over. And we already beat the main villain. Usually that's where the story arc ends for this game, at least. We're caught in a trap. I can't walk. What's suspicious minds? Suspicious minds. I've been listening to a lot of the band Extreme lately. I don't know, it's just pretty good music. That's me, but you know, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Thank you. May this feel just like you to keep a king waiting at his own wedding.
Yet I arrived in the end.
But part of me worried you wouldn't.
I told you I would see you crowned, and now here we are.
Without you, I'd be dead.
Goodbye.
Wasted hope for his dangling.
You look good, Oswald.
So I'm gonna start the next region as soon as this region is done.
Have been getting into Primus. Only listening to the greatest hits so far.
Ha!
What
Primus.
an dude.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I always mix up Primus and Guar. They don't make the same kind of music. From what I remember, Primus is kind of like that 90s rock-ish, or whatever. Some metal moments. Guar, which I just mentioned, they're pretty goofy. I like Guar. Yeah, I've listened to Extreme. I'm not a huge fan of their biggest hit, More Than Words. I don't need to hear that again, but
What is the best way to describe them?
yeah, if you like the idea of funk metal, check out Mike Patton's Faith No More. Mike Patton is my favorite musician that is not like a band like Black Sabbath or Judas Priest and them. Mike Patton, he's also the creator of Mr. Bungle, which is the most abominably weird sounding and confusing, but also magical and amazing band of all time. In fact, Mr. Bungle is actually in my top 5 bands of all time, and they only have 4 albums. Only 4 albums, so and they're still very good. But Faith No More, which is his funk metal band-ish, is just amazing, incredible as well. And Faith No More was pretty big when they came on the scene. When they first came on the scene, they kind of started as more techno-funk, and then they became more like that funky metal. And they even did Black Sabbath covers eventually, and went into more experimental ranges and alternative ranges. They even inspired the grunge genre. But Faith No More, they also became really big because they toured with Metallica and Queensryche on one of their biggest tours.
Recently saw TBS Top 10 Metal Bands video. Has me thinking of making a top 10 or 5 artists.
Yeah, the TBS Top Metal Bands video, they got a lot of good picks on there. Rammstein's very good. I wouldn't pick them as a number 1 though, but like Black Sabbath, Arch Enemy, Amon Amarth, Danzig, Rob Zombie, of course. Rob Zombie obviously made the Munsters movie recently. Yeah, it's just a lot of Marilyn Manson. There's just a lot of good artists in the metal genre. I know Ahab doesn't seem to like classic British heavy metal. Yeah, it seems like he doesn't like it because he kind of seems to hate on. Well, I mean, I can understand maybe like hair metal or whatever, but you would think that he seems to be more of a modern metal guy. Which modern metal is pretty good. It's just, it's just like can't really ignore classic metal. There's a lot of good goodies. Deep Purple, Burn, Masterpiece, Black Sabbath, Sabotage. Well, he likes Black Sabbath, but he hates Deep Purple. He hates Judas Priest. He hates Slayer. Hates Saxton, I believe. He hated Twisted Sister. Hates Steve Snyder. Hates. He's a big death metal fan, but he doesn't hate death, but he's not the hugest fan. He hates Cannibal Corpse. He hates all of black metal, but that is a very subjective type of metal, anyways. Yeah, he's very picky with his. He used to hate Marilyn Manson because he was obviously known for being shocking, and then he finally listened to a Manson album, and he ended up loving the Manson because, well, the Manson makes pretty good music. Manson is very crazy and very weird, but Gornak, I think it's interesting.
Barely a challenge.
Impressive. Impressive. Here as promised. Now go enjoy the party.
The Gornak myth is pretty interesting. Oh yeah, Miles, did you ever check out Tool?
Score! Let's your fist is without ale. Let us address that.
Surely a special kind of metal is required for drinking before the new king.
A metal not unlike your own.
To Odin and his endless glories.
And the new king of East Anglia. May his reign be long and good.
United, united, united.
What I heard from them was decent.
A fool's wager.
A challenge nonetheless. What say you?
Oh, what's another band I can recommend?
I will drink you under
I think you told me you've never checked out anything in Alice Cooper's discography. He's got an amazing discography, honestly. Very strange, but very original content. And very fast-paced.
I accept.
I really enjoy, what's that album called? Killer.
I've not heard much of Alice Cooper. I hear he is influenced by Frank Zappa IAA.
Yeah, Cooper is excellent. He's a master. This is a terrible minigame. I just never like these kind of minigames where the AI is automatically always better. Yeah, but yeah, he's very, very influenced by the Zappa. In fact, Zappa produced the first album, Pretties for You. Pretties for You is actually a cool... Pretties for You is actually a cool debut album. Although Pretties for You isn't the best sounding album, it still got some really cool, kind of proggy bits of it. When it comes to Cooper, of course, his early work, Love It to Death, Killer, $1 Billion Baby, School's Out, Muscle of Love, Welcome to My Nightmare, Alice Cooper Goes to Hell, Lace and Whiskey, what the hell is the one in the 78? The one where you actually see him with the makeup on the cover. Forgot the name of that one.
Be plain about it, Stiffbeard.
Zipper Catches Skin, Dada, as well as whatchamacallit,
Good house sword is a rare thing.
what was the other 80s one? Flush to Fashion, and there was like the other 80s one. I can't remember the name. Constrictor was very good. Raise Your Fist and Yell.
But his appearance on the Muppet Show is among my favorites.
Yeah, Trash is an awesome album. I really like the album Hey Stupid. Last Temptation is awesome. Dragon Town. Brutal Planet. As well as whatchamacallit, Eyes of Alice Cooper, Dirty Diamonds. Yeah, the Muppet Show appearance is awesome. And also Prince of Darkness, because he did the soundtrack to that movie.
shall as well, Brothier.
Luther? I'm not Luther. Police balls. You thought I was my brother?
To be honest, I did not think at all.
So I told you this. You get
What's another album? Oh yeah, Welcome to My Nightmare. Along Came a Spider, etc., etc. Paranormal, Detroit Stories, the Hollywood Vampires album, Hollywood Vampires Rise. Those two were done with Johnny Depp and Joe Perry. There's a couple I missed. But only a couple. I know there's one of the other the Blackout albums that I can't remember the name of for the life of me. Unless I might have already said the names.
I'm glad to hear it. Now,
I guess the point is a lot of good albums in his catalog. Yeah. One in my opinion is the band with the best catalog, like through and through. I mean, my favorite band's Black Sabbath, but their best albums are their first 11. Their other albums after are still pretty good, just obviously not as good, you know.
come on. Let's get used
But
to
like the best catalog for any band is the band from the late 80s, early 90s called Death, which the first album was Scream Bloody Gore, the second one was Leprosy, the third one was Spiritual Healing, the fourth one was God, what was it called? The fourth one was Human, fifth one was Individual Thought Patterns, sixth one was Symbolic, and the final one was Sign of Perseverance, and all 7 of those are masterpieces. And the first one's an inspirational death metal album, probably the first actual one, arguably, but then they just get better and better and better, and then they change and mature the sound and the lyrics and stuff like that. And and the lead singer wasn't a huge fan of mainstream death metal because at the time some mainstream death metal is taking inspiration from hair metal and is pretty corny.
Talking too much. The fan in my room is broken. I'm really sweaty and trying to cool off.
I am ready to hear you address your kingdom.
Good. Come. Join me. Friends.
Now, what is the worst band I've ever heard? Yoko, but I'm not a huge fan of Kanye West, to be honest. His first couple albums are okay, and then after that, oh man, he is garbage. Well, he goes by Ye now, but when the albums are published, they're originally called Kanye West. Yeah, Kanye West, he's not very good, especially nowadays. Unfortunately, his religious phase now.
Without you, none of this would have been possible.
On behalf of East Anglia, let this bring proof of our loyalty to the Raven
The worst band I've heard was the Shags. Their album, Philosophy of the World, is the auditory equivalent of having teeth pulled.
Yikes. Yeah, I haven't heard that one.
My first choice is king, nor my second. I thought you weak, bendable, without resolve. But not all men are as they first appear. I came to see that Oswald's heart is amongst the largest.
He is working now.
He is sturdy, he has wisdom, he has
Nice.
courage. All qualities of a man worthy to be king. He is the king East Anglia serves, and the king you need. To the good king, Oswald!
To Oswald! Skull!
What's that band? I'm not in. I still haven't listened to the new album by the band Slipknot because I'm kind of worried the new Slipknot album might not be good. I hear it's kind of mediocre. I mean, it's really the end of their first major story arc, and yeah, it's probably gonna be disastrous.
Oswald! Can you see, fuckers? Show your eyes!
No.
I challenge you. I accept.
Oswald is king.
To return to the Lord, but have you listened to his music?
Challenge me.
Wait, what? He made music? Oh, God.
Let me finish this.
Oswald, cutlass, swine. I'll slay the wolf's kiss, then hang you in your own.
Yeah, the Lorne is, he's, I've never heard his music. I didn't even know he made any.
You always get in the way.
It's just basic rules. He has a decent voice, though. You can find it on his channel.
Oh, damn. Oh! Brutal. Now that is how you deal with boss fight. Man, at least he has a decent voice for music. God, he's a guy, man. I read one of his books too, and his books or something. He has cool ideas, but he is like really, he really overblows himself.
You've done exactly a great service.
Just give this stream a like. We'll watch this one again for sure.
To make good on that alliance.
Yeah, I think it helps that I'm also playing a game that's pretty bloody, pretty gory. Something
I should find Finny. Say goodbye.
and at least I have a different title for this stream. Because, like, because I keep leaving the same title on certain streams, and, you know. I was thinking of doing a gameplay series, but, there's only, like, a couple of games I could do a gameplay series on, to be honest. About me getting bored or replaying a game.
His lecture on writing at the Hoover Public Library is actually quite good. It depends on what type of writer you are, though.
Yeah, his advice is, like, really good advice. He has, like, he has some of the best advice of any writer on YouTube I've seen. But, like, he makes, like, the worst videos, dude. Like, he's, like, and not only that, but he's just so toxic in his comments and deleting comments of people that disagree with them. Like, he once called someone a racist Republican because they didn't like a specific movie because they weren't a big fan of it. They didn't hate it because it's a certain character in the movie. Like, He's just a guy that who just loves to argue.
Yeah, he can go over the top.
Yeah, he's like one of the most toxic booktubers out there. He's probably the most toxic, to be honest. The Forgotten Saga.
You haven't seen Steve Donahue. He's a genuine villain.
Calls me back to him. Best tell her the good news.
Yeah, I might. Maybe I'll check him out, cause just to see how much of a bell end he is. Cause I don't know, I like watching garbage every once in a while. I mean, that's what I watch Al for. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I just don't know how Lauren is like one of the biggest booktubers. Like, he's not a huge YouTuber, but he's one of the biggest booktubers there is, really. Like, holy crap. I'm just shocked that a lot of people actually agree with him. Did I show you what he said about, like, Sleepy Hollow recently? Sleepy Hollow, which is a book of, like...
Can come across as cynical and pedantic.
And, like, Sleepy Hollow is all about the imagery, the atmosphere, everything of that specific time, and he was just trashing it just because, oh, it's too much description, oh, it could have just been 5 pages, but the whole point of Sleepy Hollow is the atmosphere, and it's probably the first book to give that Halloween description and atmosphere, describing little town of Sleepy Hollow, which is a real place, of course, and, no other short story did that at the time, and not many short stories still do that. So just because there's a lot of description doesn't mean it's bad, Evil, man.
Yes. The Legend of Sleepy Hollow is a wonderful short horror story. Why someone would castigate it in such a way is beyond me.
Yeah. But it is who also hated I Am Legend as well. Hated I Am Legend, hated one of Ahab's favorite books of all time. The guy he's just a guy. He is a guy, dude. He is a guy.
Trolls is a creature. So be it.
Still need to read I Am Legend. I hear, and most of Matheson's work is great.
Oh, it is great. I'm actually a huge fan of Richard Matheson. He's actually one of my favorite authors, actually. If you really like horror, though, just read his book Hell House. Not Hill House. That's a different thing. Damn it! I know I can beat this dog now is the thing, but
I don't know how to join the conversations, but I don't know anything about, well, famous people. And I hardly read.
Oh, this Edward Lorne guy we keep talking about, he's this YouTuber that really sucks. And that's probably putting it too nicely for E. That's his nickname is E.
Perhaps I was too hard on it initially.
Probably, because it's a fantastic piece of work, in my opinion at least. God, Jesus. Yeah, Hell House is good. Hill House is good. By Shirley Jackson, of course. Hill House, I think people read it too much with the modern expectation of a ghost story. And it's just not really a particular normal ghost story, because there's just a lot of weird subtext and kind of an odd ending.
I watched the first few minutes of the Netflix series. I'm sure it deserves its praise.
Really? The Netflix series is pretty good. It's one of Mike Flanagan's best TV shows, actually. Yeah, you're so far the only person I met who has not liked the Netflix show.
Once again, it was a long time ago that I read and watched it. So I think I'm due for a reread of it.
Whoa, yeah! Ah, I beat the legendary dog. Oh my god. Yeah, there's only just one mystery that I need to beat, but the thing is, it's like a level 300, so I can't beat it till way later in the game, but... Oh my god. Oh my god, my heart is racing. Oh my god. Oh my god. The rush. The rush. Oh. Give me praise for beating that damn enemy. Holy god. Holy god. And I got a report on East Anglia. And yeah, I can't do this witch task yet.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Oh my god. So that means I just have, like, if I'm gonna 100% that section eventually, I still have another section I need to 100%, but the only reason I can't 100% it is because I don't have enough, charisma yet. I will get the charisma eventually, though.
Out of curiosity, have you read much non-fiction?
I've read some. I've read Lords of Chaos, which is really interesting. I've read Mein Kampf. I've read like a lot of, like when it comes to non-fiction, a lot of real life. I've read some.
Avon, this matter requires sensitive judgment.
When it comes to non-fiction, it just tends to be there's a lot of stories that I have seen or I've searched up a lot before, and yeah.
Please.
Well now, there is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
Please start again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this
Our endeavors in trying to locate a copy of Mein Kampf have always proved inefficacious. An uncle of mine had an old edition of it, but that...
Understood.
Damn. Yeah,
Olga, let me hear your side.
because I read Mein Kampf in one sitting. It's pretty interesting. It's very poorly written, but it's interesting because obviously what happens after.
Let us say, freedom to make use of rare resources to compose my verses. off when lacking the proper tools. I have made use of novel items. All this walking stick, Toby speaks, all working gladly. You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush with bleeding. As I was saying, this morning, with the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece required delicate brushwork. I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed...
You can find the Communist Manifesto almost anywhere. But Mein Kampf is more rare than gold.
And so I availed myself of a little research.
Yeah, well, they used to print Mein Kampf a lot more, but obviously with today's generation, they don't want to print Mein Kampf. They want to hide that for reading.
I believe I understand your position. Roland, tell me your...
Again, it's pretty poorly written, so it's not like an amazing... Well, it's not... Well, of course it's not amazing. It's Hitler. But, like, But it's like... But, like... It's just it's an interesting piece to read, because you get like, insight into what he thought. But obviously, yeah, it is just kind of a basic book.
I found my most beautiful, gentle mare, stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to hog, and how right I was. For when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush, slathered with indigo, dragging across a sheet of paint, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so cold. You see, such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgif's tail to reach its former length.
One's inside is always better than the attempts at fiction at most.
Yeah, the best movie I've seen that's about Hitler was a movie titled Downfall, and the guy that plays Hitler looks just like him too. Looks just like the old images. It's a pretty neat movie. It tells you basically about the downfall, and it's very accurate telling.
Roland, however daft his approach, ultimately do no harm and lost you no point. The horse's hair will grow back. And you, Holger, you'll have it at borrowing without asking ends today. Apologize to Roland, read his friends.
This has best be a very good apology.
Good movie about Stalin and stuff like that is a movie called Death of Stalin, which they changed only slight things, but still a very good movie. Although they changed the looks of certain people, which the certain people that they changed the looks of could have been played by different people as well.
Roland, does this satisfy you?
Like, obviously the guy that they killed in real life, like... Yeah, that is the one with the famous rant in the room with Adolf Hitler. Yeah, that's the one where, like, everyone puts the edit of... since there's a lot of people who obviously don't know German. There's a lot of people who make the edit and of Hitler speaking, like... Since obviously some people don't know German, like, they make the edit of people talking over, like the words over the clips or whatever, so it's like, oh, Super Mario Bros, whatever, this is Mario Bros movie, this is terrible!
I need you right where you are.
I mean, even though it is a really intense scene in the movie, that's one of the early scenes, the memes kind of made it, changed the whole feeling.
Some interesting news. King Ceolwulf has sent Ceolbert to Shropshire. He hopes to install him as Ealdorman there. Good for Ceolbert. He should do well considering all he has learned from you. I gave him only a taste of my knowledge. The rest he will need to figure for himself. One more thing. I do not know if you heard, but Sven passed away a short time ago. The poor man
What
sensed it.
movies have you seen with Sam Neill?
Movies of Sam Neill, Event Horizon, In the Mouth of Madness, Jurassic Park.
It has been rough on her.
There's a couple others. I recently watched Sleeping Dogs. It was pretty good. I've seen a couple. I know there's a couple more I've seen. I just can't think of them off the top of my head. Pretty much the big ones, of course. Well, duh. Yeah. I'm just checking. Because the next upgrade will actually get me to level 4. And now I'm just gonna make the next pledge. Hey Miles, I got a good question for you. What is the worst movie you've ever seen in your entire life?
Randy, are you well? You seem distant.
I recommend Open Country, Hunt for the Wilder People, Skin, Irresistible, and Molokai.
I'll have to check those out.
I feel somewhat trapped. In this room, in this setting.
Yeah, my favorite actor, you're probably gonna laugh, but it's actually Nicolas Cage.
But I can't get you out of this room.
I finally came up with because Nicolas Cage, every movie, like almost every movie, and even if it's bad, he kind of makes the movie interesting. Like he changes,
For a change of pace.
That sounds lovely.
like he helps. He really knows how to save a movie. He's really good.
Maybe another time. Now, what was it you needed?
Randy, take a break. Let's make for Brandenburgshire and get you out of this musty room.
Do you mean now? Right now?
Of course. You said you were tired of all this. So why not stretch your legs and fill your lungs?
I did ask, didn't I? You're right. Lead the way, Eivor.
Follow me.
I can't think of the worst movie I've seen in my life. The worst I've seen, at least partially, recently was Alien.
What have you got for me today?
Not at all. So long as I get some air and sun, I will be fine. I spend too much of my day in the Longhouse.
We'll need to cross the river.
Yeah, Dominion was pretty bad. The worst movie I've ever seen. Holy damn.
You know a better way, I'd love to hear it.
Is swimming not an option?
Swimming? I don't know. Are you joking?
A boat or horse would always do.
Worst movie I've seen, Alien Covenant, easy. That's an easy choice. I mean, what could be worse? What could be worse than Covenant?
Even the legacy characters couldn't have saved it.
Yeah. Like Ian Malcolm couldn't save it. No one could save it. It's terrible. Even the extended cut is bad. That's bad when the extended cut is just as bad. Yeah, but will you ever watch Phantasm 2? Phantasm 2 is pretty good. What's a movie I should recommend to you that you probably will bad taste I recommend it to? I'm actually doing a 31-day horror marathon. Today's movie is actually Hellraiser. Because the remake's out on Friday, so I want to get everyone to watch it before the remake drops.
Across my desk, I'll give it a watch.
It really is lovely here. I have not been this far east of the settlement. Isn't that awful?
You think safety awful?
To live with life on so small a planet. Hear stories from you and scouts without ever venturing further. God, do you smell that? The earth and the air. It is good to be out here.
What's another movie I should recommend? Okay, if you really like some Carpenter, I recommend you check out the works of David Cronenberg and Wes Craven. Especially Wes Craven's The Serpent and the Rainbow and David Cronenberg. Dead Ringers is kind of dark. And I mean really dark, so maybe I might not recommend that one. With David Cronenberg, a good early flick of his to watch, Shivers is classic. The Fly, Scanners, Rabid.
There. What is that?
This is where the
What other Cronenberg flicks are really... Crash is amazing. I really liked Crimes of the Future, both the 70s Crimes of the Future and 2022 Crimes of the Future, which they're two separate films. They're not related to each other.
I will not soon forget this sight.
Just mostly Cronenberg going back to his roots. Existence is really good. Naked Lunch, that is amazing. Naked Lunch is incredible. Spider, of course, is really good. Maps of the Stars is okay, but it's kind of best you have seen Twin Peaks before Maps of the Stars because it's very Twin Peaks inspired, and Maps of the Stars is very niche. Dangerous Method's pretty good. East Promises, History of Violence. Videodrome is awesome. That is amazing. Actually, Videodrome might be Cronenberg is probably his best movie aside, well, of course, like Naked Lunch. I think Goonticket's his favorite is Naked Lunch. I believe Ahab's favorite is Eastern Promises, I think. Or History of Violence. Both of those are really good.
Some interesting architectural ideas here too.
History of Violence is based on an excellent comic. I know you haven't read a lot of comics. There's like a billion comics I could recommend to you. Rare book for which I've searched for years and I have yet to find.
See you again. This is Randy, a dear friend and a sturdy fighter.
Clive Barker's Books of Blood 4 to 6.
You know,
I can order it online, but like it's only the British editions. I want to try and get the other 4 to 6. A lot of Barker books are pretty hard to find here, especially nowadays. Edward Lee books, of course, layman books. Those are the only authors I can think of. I just can't find nothing. When it comes to rare books I can't find that I've been searching for years, it's mostly comic related. The Clive Barker comics, the Dean Koontz comics, the Marvel's Ruins I can't find. I just want to get a collectible edition.
Just found it last year and am exceedingly happy.
we can take care of them, and if we don't find your horse, we will steal you a new one.
Well, that would ease my mind. I have nothing to offer you for this day, but the band will show you good. Take from them what you like.
Good.
Yeah.
Consider the matter handled.
Yeah, I guess my biggest finds was all those layman books recently, because I was worried I'd never read another layman again. And then all of a sudden, layman, I found tons of layman.
The bandits only come from the river, east of the river. You volunteered us for a fight night.
Richard Layman's pretty good. I wouldn't expect, if you ever check him out, don't expect high art. Any specific lightning, easy, lightning. Lightning is about time travel and it's a thriller and stuff like that. That's probably, because Dean Koontz, he's probably most known for his thrillers. Yeah, sure, he writes some horror, but he's most known for his thrillers. Lightning, Phantoms, Intensity. Intensity's a very intense read, though. That's a violent book. Fear Nothing is actually pretty good. Ahab hates it, but like, After you read a lot of, like, there's some Kuntz that is repetitive, but Kuntz has a lot of really good books. Life expectancy was a weird one. Wasn't Demon Seed is amazing. If you like sci-fi, Demon Seed, Lightning. Layman, if you ever check him out, you don't expect high art because he's very much pulpy, but he's a very good kind of pulp. He's one of the big three of the exploitation horror. The other two being Jack Ketchum and Edward Lee. I actually just finished recently. I read Triage by Jack Ketchum, Edward Lee, and Richard Lehman, and it was amazing. Just really good, fast-paced thrillers. 3 fast-paced thrillers. I really like the Edward Lee story the most. That's what kind of wants me to read more Edward Lee, but I can't find any of him because 1, he retired recently, and 2, he's so controversial that they don't put him in stores.
The British mystery novelist Edgar Wallace is one of my favorites.
If you want to check out pulp horror, Richard Lehman is very good. I know Edward Lee is apparently very good. The one story I've read by him is so good that I actually wanted to buy more of him, but I can't find any, unfortunately. But, yeah, Edward Lee, he's actually the most extreme of the 3. Jack Ketchum is the most legitimized of the 3. Jack Ketchum is famous for writing Off-Season, Red, and The Girl Next Door, which The Girl Next Door is one of the most darkest, most horrific horror novels ever made. According to most people, I've never read it, but I've heard it is a tough read. Even Edward Lorne actually praised it. Which says something, because it's the Lorne after all.
Favorite classic book?
Favorite classic book? Ooh. That's choosing between, like, Wells and... I would say something like an Asimov or something like that, but they don't consider that classics. When it comes to classics, I gotta go with something that's like considered classic by like Penguin and stuff like that, or classic. I'll have to go with something more than 20 years ago because yeah. Okay, so favorite classic book. That's a hard pick. Clockwork Orange. It's a recent read, yeah, but it was really well written, very well styled, very good, deeper meanings and character work. Just a very good piece of literature. I knew you would say that. Now I have a good question for you, Miles. Who is your 5 favorite authors?
Wolfkiss versus Table Maiden. We can do better than Table.
I know you really liked Asimov's Foundation, but of course you've only read Foundation. I don't think you read any other Asimov yet. I wish I could have read Asimov's whole franchise in the full sequence. So Robots, Empire, Foundation, even the standalone books.
It's hard to say at this present time, but Robert T. Davies would be in the top 5, for certain.
Damn it, I can't win these, they're just so... Damn it. I know Asimov's one of my top 5 authors.
am the meat queen, slayer of wolves and barrels.
I
I told you I would direct you under the table.
So, are you satisfied? My head is ringing like a bell.
More
More
than
than
satisfied.
satisfied.
Now
Now
come.
come.
We'll
We'll
ride
ride
this off and take in the air as we head home.
After just one more
stop.
stop.
Grande. It's a sunken tower near a waterfall. Close to home.
I have just recently finished acquiring one of Davy's novels. I plan to reread them one of these weeks.
Alright, one last stop then.
I know it might not show Wayford, but
I am
I am terribly excited.
Oh, it shows.
Well, I do hope to see you again.
Alright.
Randy. Return anytime.
After this mission, I think I'll turn off the stream because... After this mission, I think I'll turn off the stream because, like, it's close to, like, my time I have to go to bed. Like, I, like, legitimately have to go to bed. So, as soon as the stream is done, I'll be heading out. I just stole this guy's horse.
I think you may have punctured poor Maker's heart.
It's kind of a shame with Robertson Davies that he has an unfinished trilogy and no one ever bothered to go finish it. Like, I wonder if there was ever like an idea for the third Toronto book.
Sunniva described as powerful, a desolate yet peaceful place. I am eager to see it.
After a full day of action, finally you wish to calm down.
I've had my fill of adventure. Time for a little rest. I was wondering something.
You and Sophie supposedly left notes for a third book, but nothing was done with them.
Yeah, it's a shame nothing was done with them, because I hate the idea of incomplete trilogies and series. George R. R. Martin's next book in the Game of Thrones series comes out next month, but it's literally just basically an illustrated edition of the guy, not an illustrated edition, but like a picture version of Fire and Blood, which is so stupid because, okay, why not work on Fire and Blood 2 and or book 6? Well, Fire and Blood 2 at least, because you know the damn TV show is going on. They're gonna run out of material eventually and screw up their TV show like they did last time. But oh my god, dude, George, man. Not only that, but the new Game of Thrones book is it's written by two people that is not George. So it's actually George, more like George editing it and stuff like that. And one of the two people is actually a racist, a renowned racist, like a renowned, like really piece of crap racist. So he's working with like some garbage people for the next Game of Thrones book.
Dragons to complete the set hyphen for now. Anyway, is the series any good?
Oh yeah, the series is pretty good. I still need to finish the series, but it's pretty good. I have all the books. Game of Thrones, Clash of Kings, Sword of Storms, Feast for Crows, Dance of Dragons, Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and Fire and Blood. Those are the only 7 books in the series. He won't finish Duncan Egg Part 4, which is which would be the next part of the Night of the Seven Kingdoms. It was supposed to be like, well, but see, he didn't really confirm that there would be. He said that it's open for ideas, but he confirmed that Fire and Blood 2 and the main book 6 and book 7 were supposed to be made. But of course, we're in the year 2022, and there's still no goddamn 6th book. There's still no Fire and Blood 2, and Fire and Blood 1 came out in 2017. So for 6 years, he worked on. And recently, he just finished the video game Elden Ring, which was a masterpiece. A masterpiece of video games and art and story and gameplay. But he wrote the game, and it's an amazing game. But well, it's gonna win awards. I'm gonna say it now. It's already sold millions of copies, and it's gonna win Game of the Year. I'm already betting you, because the game is just that good and that well polished. So George R. R. Martin can still write stuff pretty good because he wrote a damn game and it's really good. But goddamn, man, like... Goddamn, man, at least he completed a good game, but holy damn, man, he's only done a couple chapters of the main books, and a chapter lasts like 5 pages, and he's admitted he's only done about like 10 or 12 chapters of book 6. So that's only about, like, 60 pages. Knowing George and how many characters he has now.
Hunting, sailing. I was a wildling of the open air before I became a staunch and stoic woman. Married off in service of peace between two clans. A noble and worthy one, but not one I had ever imagined for myself.
You would have made a fine wandering warrior. A young sweetie, free to come and go as she pleased.
I think so.
I'm going to take my sleeping pill and get ready for bed. See you on the next stream. Also, if you haven't already, give the massive frenzy AWS.
To secure peace,
I'll give the Nurse of Frenzy a watch as soon as I can. Probably I might watch it when I head to bed, which I'll be heading to bed soon. I have to log off in a couple minutes, so after this mission's over, I'm literally gonna log off. But yeah.
What was that?
What was that?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. I got away from myself.
No need to apologize.
Sigurd is your brother, and I have put you in a very difficult position. The heart does not do politics like the head.
Maybe the need, maybe the ear, but there is no need to apologize.
I am sober enough. But the truth of it is, I have felt this way for some time now. I care for you, Eivor.
Keep in mind, it's a shorter version of the longer fight I posted a while back. The link to it is in the description.
I banished the thought that this would ever happen.
Many times I wish
Hey,
to say
I'll take a look soon.
but duty kept me from it.
Say all you like.
Today has meant so much. We rode, we fought, we drank, we laughed. You showed me your world, not in words.
Good night, Josephine.
Night.
Words.
Holy shit! This guy's getting some action now. Eivor's getting action from a manhandle to a woman. Damn, she's like me. I wish I could be like her.
Randvi?
Romance, something I'll never understand / joking.
Woo! Quest completed. Alrighty. This does not necessarily mean good night because obviously I'm still gonna be online if someone messaged me on Discord and stuff. But this does mean that I am logging off the stream. And for that, of course, I'm gonna have to say goodnight on the stream. So thank you people for watching, and feel free to watch anytime you like. You're always welcome to watch. Love you all. Everyone's here loved. I'm just gonna let people say goodbye if they want to say goodbye before I cut off the stream, because sometimes people have something to say before I hop off, so I'll just let them say it. If anyone goes to say anything, that is. Want it. If any...
Good night, Joseph.
Night. I think, yeah, you're the only one that's here, so yeah. Night, Alex. Mwah. Actually, hold on just 12 seconds. Because it's going to be 3 hours stream. I'm gonna plug it for 3 hours, and once it ends at 3 hours, boom, I'm ending it.
Night,
Boom.